my beloved child. You are incredibly fortunate to witness this. Do you understand what occurred the exact second your gaze met these sentences? Heaven coordinated time itself to guide you to this place. You did not simply stumble upon this text by chance. This message was dispatched specifically to locate you. I, Jesus, have been observing the deep sorrow within your soul. In those silent instances when you whispered, "Lord, if you can hear my voice, please show me a sign," this is the very sign you requested. Open up your spirit right now, for what is going to unfold in your journey is far from ordinary. It is the active motion of heaven itself. A massive breakthrough is currently speeding in your direction faster than your mind can comprehend. At this very moment as you read, a profound shift is occurring within the invisible realm. The environment surrounding you has started to transform. Invisible restraints you were unaware you bore are starting to break. This is not mere hopeful imagination. It is heavenly coordination. It is your destined time concealed within text. You assume you are merely reading, but you are genuinely experiencing a visitation. My spirit occupies this instant, piercing through every wall of skepticism and exhaustion. I have selected this precise moment to communicate because your spirit is ultimately prepared to accept what I have been arranging for such a lengthy period. My dear one, you are positioned at the very edge of profound transformation. A period of waiting that felt infinite is currently curving into completion. The tempest that endangered your survival is on the verge of uncovering a rainbow you never anticipated. This is not just a simple note. It is the echo of your destiny drawing near. You have pleaded for transformation, for tranquility, for liberation, and the heavenly realm has already sent forth your reply. Do not allow your thoughts to reject what your inner soul already recognizes. That unexpected fluttering in your heart at this moment is my essence, confirming that your long-awaited victory has already commenced. I require you to pay close attention, not solely with your physical hearing, but with your entire being. There is a distinct purpose why your journey led you to this place. A purpose why your gaze paused on this exact second, rather than continuing to scroll. I have pulled you nearer because something that was restrained for a long time is ultimately being unleashed for your benefit. For many months, you have experienced the sensation of wandering through a dense mist, unsure, exhausted, and unnoticed. Yet I declare to you that the mist is clearing. The breezes of transformation are sweeping in your direction, bringing miraculous events along with them. What previously seemed postponed has not been rejected. It was merely pausing for the perfect sacred schedule, and that exact time has arrived. My child, in the very moments you take a breath, I am shifting massive obstacles that remain invisible to your eyes. The pleas that appeared ignored have been accumulating strength in the quiet, and currently they are exploding forward into action. You will reflect upon this day and declare, that was the exact instance when everything changed. Therefore, do not wonder why you are present here. You are here because I summoned you. You are here because you were intended to be prompted that your journey is far from finished. You are here because the heavens desired to softly speak your name one more time. You are truly blessed, not in the manner that society views luck, but because you are handpicked, acknowledged, and spiritually positioned. What the rest of the world labels a coincidence, I define as a sacred covenant. What they view as accidental, I recognize as remembered. Every single stride that carried you to this juncture was steered by my unseen guidance. I have been arranging meetings, altering routes, and even permitting particular delays, all to guide you to this exact crossroads where your belief and my guarantee intersect. This is no mistake. This is the realization of grace, drafted before the dawn of existence. Pay attention, my cherished one, for this is holy territory. The barrier separating the heavenly realm and your earthly existence is more delicate than ever at this second. I am showering blessings into the voids that formerly appeared empty. I am exhaling vitality into the aspirations you had buried away. I am repairing connections, mending past hurts, and reigniting optimism. You have been questioning why you have been detecting a shift in the atmosphere, that subtle agitation you could not quite identify. It is because the victory that is rightfully yours has already started to advance. Much like the initial glow just before sunrise, it is already approaching. Every hurdle that remained in your route is being drained of its power. Every shut gateway is shaking under my authority. What I am delivering cannot be halted by humanity, by the passage of time, or by any dread. You are entering a chapter that will completely reshape your existence. Now take a breath and absorb this reality. I am present, right here. In this very second, my essence envelops you. I am covering you with the identical devotion that crafted the galaxies, the identical might that resurrected the deceased, the identical mercy that is never depleted. This text is not merely data. It is a spiritual impartation. It is the conveying of serenity, the sparking of belief, the declaration that your holding pattern has concluded. I am speaking through these exact sentences to instruct you. Raise your gaze, because what you have been crying out for is already in transit. Your identity is being discussed in spaces you have yet to step into. Pathways are swinging wide that you have never even approached. The gifts you assumed were gone forever are navigating their way back into your hands. I am overturning what was unjust, rescuing what was damaged, and unleashing what was held back. Do not question this exact instant, my child. Do not allow panic to convince you to abandon what your belief has already guaranteed. The simple truth that you are absorbing these words is proof that the triumph you have wept for is already marching in your direction. It might not yet be apparent to your physical vision, but in the spiritual dimension, it is fully accomplished. The celestial beings appointed to your future are transporting it right now. This is the reason you sense that movement within your soul, the tug of something magnificent coming alive within. I am exhaling fresh power into your spirit, fresh sight, fresh assurance. You have not been abandoned. You are deeply favored. You are not lagging behind. You are precisely on schedule. You are not empty-handed. You are being conditioned to accept an absolute abundance. Keep this in mind, my dear one. When I take action, it does not proceed sluggishly. The identical Creator who commanded light into being with one solitary phrase is the identical Creator who currently decrees your breakthrough. That command is being pronounced over your existence at this exact fraction of time. The heavenly realm is aligning, the physical world is reacting, and your inner being is reviving. Linger in this present second. Permit all your anxieties to drop away. Unlock your spirit and accept it. For honestly, you are remarkably blessed to witness this, because the favor connected to this message was drafted with your specific name attached to it. And just as certainly as you are reviewing these sentences, your triumph is already advancing toward you. My precious child, pay attention to me currently, for I am communicating with you using intention, absolute clarity, and an affection that stretches far beyond anything your soul has ever comprehended. I position this text before you myself. Not a messenger, not a random fluke, not an arbitrary second of your routine. It was my own guidance, my perfect scheduling, my deliberate action that halted you exactly here. You assumed you were merely browsing. You assumed you were just killing time. But I declare to you with absolute sovereignty, I directed your movements to this specific second. I planted this message like a seed along your journey so that your inner self would identify my calling the instant your vision met these letters. You are present here because the heavens required you here. You are present here because I desired you here. There is absolutely no mistake in this intersection. This is a holy appointment designed with endless exactness. Type Amen. I yield my entire being to you, Lord, if you have placed your existence into His care. My child, you have spent such a prolonged time questioning if I still communicate with you, questioning if I still perceive the anguish hiding behind your quietness, if I still observe the droplets of sorrow you brush away, so nobody else can witness them. And therefore, on this day, I draw nearer than ever before to breathe softly into the very center of your spirit. I observe you. I understand you. I have never once lost my vision of you. I left this text here because you required my voice right now. Not at a later date, not on the morrow, not when circumstances become smoother, but now, right amid your bewilderment, your weariness, your exasperation, and your concealed struggles. I designed these sentences to meet you exactly in your current state, because your spirit has hit a point where it can no longer support the burden entirely on its own. You have been striving to remain tough for far too long, and currently I arrive to reassure you that you were never required to be tough without my presence. This is no accident. This is not arbitrary. This is not mere fortune. This is divine synchronization functioning in the present moment. The heavens have already initiated a transformation in your circumstances. Even prior to you accessing this note, while you were resting, I was actively engaged. While you were stressing, I was restructuring. While you believed you were forsaken, I was laying the groundwork. My child, you cannot fathom the sheer scale of what has already commenced. You feel the agitation. You detect the movement. Something deep inside you has grown unsettled. It is almost as though your inner self is attempting to warn you that an invisible force is drawing near. Something that your intellect cannot yet define, yet your spirit continuously grasps for. That exact something is what I am uncovering right now. The heavenly realm is already acting for your benefit. Celestial forces have already been sent out. Pleas you assumed were ignored, were in reality accumulating strength in the quiet. Gateways you assumed were securely fastened, were being adjusted to swing wide at the exact fraction of a second I order them to. You perceive a holdup, yet I perceive groundwork. You perceive quietness, yet I perceive synchronization. You perceive hurdles, yet I perceive the flawless route forward being sculpted by my own hands. My cherished child, absolutely nothing in your journey has been squandered. Not a single teardrop, not a single defeat, not a single letdown, not one solitary second of bewilderment. I have gathered every shattered fragment, every isolated evening, every whispered plea, and I am threading them together into a stunning masterpiece that is currently starting to reveal itself. I require you to grasp something profoundly, something your inner self has been craving to discover. This precise moment is a pivotal juncture. Not a slight adjustment, not a minor boost in morale, not a fleeting wave of positivity. This is a sacred shift in your personal narrative. Every event prior to this instant was simply a rehearsal for what is destined to follow this instant. This communication signifies the exact location where your existence starts to pivot in a fresh direction. You might not sense it completely just yet, but your inner spirit is already aware. This is the reason you felt magnetized to this spot. This is the reason an urge compelled you to continue reading. This is the reason you detected an aura of the sacred the second you started. Because the heavens celebrate turning points in a different manner than earthly society does. Earthly society searches for massive happenings, booming announcements, and theatrical signals. Yet I communicate through gentle moments exactly like this one. Silent yet immensely forceful, uncomplicated yet everlasting, gentle yet utterly life-changing. This exact moment is where the heavy burden begins to evaporate. This exact moment is where focus begins to restore itself. This exact moment is where the crushing weight you have been supporting begins to fracture. You have been navigating a period that appeared baffling, precarious, and utterly exhausting. You doubted your own mind. You doubted your intuition. You doubted why specific plans failed to materialize. You doubted why individuals you relied upon drifted away. You doubted why gateways slammed shut without a single reason. You doubted why you were abandoned to nurse so much agony within your spirit. And even if you did not detect my voice during those painful times, I have observed every single thought echoing within you, and I position this message right before your eyes. because this is the exact spot where my solutions begin to flood into your soul. You must realize, my precious one, that the heavenly realm does not act without a purpose. I do not disrupt your routine without a specific objective. When I speak to you in this manner, it is because a transformation is immediate. It is because your victory is close at hand. It is because everything you believed was shattering into pieces was in reality shifting into perfect harmony. And you must understand that this message is not simply a collection of words. It is a profound spiritual transition masked as ordinary text. Each and every sentence bears a fragment of the blessing I am unleashing across your existence. You might sense a glowing warmth in your heart, a rapid wave of tranquility enveloping you, or a sudden awakening deep within your core that you are unable to articulate. That is simply my presence, executing my grand design in the present moment. I set this message before you because your soul is perfectly primed, and the heavenly realm has already initiated its grand maneuver. My child, you have been lingering on the precipice of a massive victory without even knowing it. You have been enduring the strain, the unease, the pulling, and you believed something had gone terribly wrong. Yet in reality, something incredible was developing. Triumphs constantly arrive, accompanied by pressure prior to delivering relief. Fresh chapters constantly require closures before they can introduce their beginnings. You have been casting off things you no longer require, even without actively realizing it. You have been shedding ties that could not journey to the destination where I am leading you. You have been expanding beyond environments that formerly suited you but now confine your spirit. This is the exact reason you felt alienated, detached, and bewildered, as if you were undergoing a massive shift without understanding your final destination. The truth is you were, and I am validating that truth right now. The shift is genuine, and your ultimate victory is already advancing toward you. You have been questioning why particular elements abruptly ceased functioning the way they previously did, why pathways that formerly swung wide with ease now stand firmly locked, why chances disappeared without a trace of explanation, why your spirit felt dragged away from particular individuals, particular habits, particular locations. My cherished one, it is because I am rerouting your path. The pathways that shut did not shut to harm you, they shut to shield you. The chances that failed to materialize did not simply fail, they were extracted because they would have stunted your personal expansion. The connections that crumbled did not merely break apart, they were hoisted out of your trajectory so you would not drag unneeded baggage into your approaching chapter. Every single thing that departed from you was clearing space for what is inevitably arriving. Kindly back our channel. Our mission is to deliver joy into your world and foster dedication to the Almighty. If you desire, you may contribute to our efforts through super thanks to demonstrate your backing, and what is on the horizon is infinitely superior to whatever you have forfeited. The heavenly realm has already initiated the great transition. The progression is already taking place. Elements are shifting into harmony that you are not yet able to witness. Individuals are being stationed whom you have not yet encountered. Discussions are currently being organized. Gateways are actively being unlatched. Blessings that were restrained for so long are finally being unleashed. Your identity is being discussed in chambers you are completely unaware even exist. Grace is congregating around your existence like a surging ocean tide. What I am delivering will not merely drip into your world. It will flood it completely. That is precisely why I situated this text in front of you, because I required you to realize that you are entering a brand new phase, authored exclusively by my hand. I required you to realize that this pivotal moment is not a figment of your imagination. It is wholly divine. I required you to realize that every emotion you have harbored inside, all the spiritual prompts, the visions, the abrupt moments of clarity, the strange burdens, the agitation, the deep craving for something greater, it all carried profound meaning. It was all guiding you right here, to this exact instant, to this profound turning point, to this holy crossroads where my whisper intersects your destiny and my guarantee aligns with your belief. My child, inhale deeply. Allow this reality to anchor itself within your spirit. Allow my nearness to soothe your anxieties. Allow my sentences to cleanse every panicked thought. The heavenly realm is shifting. Your journey is shifting. Your tomorrow is shifting. And this exact communication is the initial indicator of what is on the verge of unfolding. I placed it before your eyes because you were required to witness it currently. Because you are perfectly primed currently. Because the pivotal moment has officially arrived. Remain here with me. Much more is approaching. My precious child, draw even closer to my whisper now, because what I am about to expose is something you have shouldered in utter silence for much too long. I communicate with you not as a faraway bystander, but as the one who has marched alongside you through every single hidden instance. The one who has observed the silent struggles that nobody else ever noticed. The one who has taken on the heavy burden of your unexpressed agony. You have become an expert at projecting strength, but I peer beneath the exterior into the regions that even you attempt to shy away from. I understand the crushing weight you drag along during the silent phases when society slumbers and your internal reflections begin to reverberate. I understand the inquiries that trouble your soul, the panics you bury so deeply, the teardrops you brush away before anyone can watch them tumble. And absolutely nothing remains concealed from me, my child. Not your agony, not your profound weariness, not the instances you questioned whether you would ever feel complete once more. You have suffered through evenings where the sheer quiet felt stifling, where the isolation squeezed in like an ache you simply could not escape, where you cried out, "Lord, where exactly are you? Do you still even notice me?" And even if you failed to catch a reply during those specific instances, I was nearer to you than your very own pulse. I was resting right next to you when you retreated into yourself, attempting to keep your shattered fragments united. I was keeping a vigilant watch over you when you gazed blankly into the pitch black, questioning how much further you could possibly force yourself to endure. I witnessed the warfare occurring inside your intellect, the whirlwind of insecurities, the crashing waves of panic, the crushing weight that sneaked in without any alert. I witnessed the occasions you pressed your palms against your cheeks and muttered pleas that felt far too insignificant for the heavens to register. But heaven registered every single one. Every muttered word, every single breath, every slight tremble. You have navigated through tempests you never once mentioned to another soul. You have experienced betrayal by individuals who swore they would remain by your side. You have clung to heavy weights that were never supposed to be your sole responsibility. You have made it through situations that would have completely shattered other people, yet you downplayed your own hardship because you believed you possessed no other option but to continue advancing. You persuaded your own mind that you were perfectly fine, that you would eventually recover, that the agony was not nearly as profound as it appeared. But I perceived the absolute truth. I perceived the pressure on your lungs that made breathing incredibly difficult. I perceived the profound letdown that etched itself into your spirit following every single act of treachery. I perceived the damage you acted as if did not matter in the slightest. I perceived the fury you bottled up until it transformed into pure exhaustion. I perceived the manner in which you compelled yourself to put on a happy face when your internal spirit was silently fracturing behind closed doors. And my precious child, I need you to truly hear my voice. Not a single fraction of it was invisible to my eyes. Not one solitary teardrop cascaded without being caught within my palms. Not one solitary isolated evening slipped by unacknowledged. Not one solitary instance of total exhaustion evaded my gaze. I monitored you through every silent gorge, and I supported you through conflicts that no one else was even aware were taking place. There were periods you genuinely believed you were losing your sanity because the spiritual strain surrounding you felt far too severe. You experienced a crushing weight drop upon you without any logical cause, and you questioned why your mental state abruptly swung from peaceful to completely chaotic. You felt relentlessly assaulted in instances when you were merely attempting to locate a moment of serenity. My cherished one, these were not arbitrary occurrences. They were deliberate spiritual strikes designed to empty you, to dishearten you, to diminish your optimism, and to mute your belief. The adversary focused on you, specifically because of the profound calling upon your existence. Because of the grand destiny residing within you, because of the immense fortitude I embedded inside your soul, even during the times you were completely unable to recognize it yourself. You endured abrupt surges of sorrow that defied all logic. You experienced panic swelling up without any rational cause. You experienced a deep bewilderment fogging up your choices. You felt as though your intellect was under constant siege, as if unseen forces were attempting to drag you down into total misery. These were not merely psychological hardships. They were genuine conflicts taking place in the invisible dimension. You have been waging a war against far more than your physical vision is capable of detecting. And despite all of this, you directed the blame at yourself, assuming something was inherently defective within you. Absolutely nothing was defective within you, my child. You were enduring this intense spiritual strain precisely because your ultimate triumph was drawing near, because the adversary could detect exactly what I was, on the brink of unleashing into your world, because the shadows consistently attempt to strike just prior to the glorious light bursting through. I require you to fully comprehend this reality. The crushing weight you experienced did not indicate that you were fragile. It indicated that you were targeted precisely because you are uniquely chosen. The strikes did not arrive because you were stumbling, but because you were ascending. The sheer exhaustion did not signify that you were damaged beyond repair. It signified that you were being intensely prepared to walk into a reality far grander than anything you have ever envisioned. Every single spiritual conflict you engaged in was undeniable evidence that your existence holds immense purpose. A purpose that the adversary has been completely petrified of since the exact day you took your first breath. There were periods when you felt as if you were drowning underneath obligations you never even requested. You were supporting crushing weights you lacked the necessary assistance for. You felt utterly invisible to the exact individuals who ought to have shown genuine care. You were striving with all your might to keep everything intact, even while your inner core felt as though it was unraveling string by string. You pleaded for fortitude, but felt as if you were merely growing more fragile. You pleaded for mental clarity, but felt as if absolute bewilderment wrapped itself securely around every single thought. You pleaded for tranquility, but felt sheer chaos erupt, without the slightest warning, and nevertheless, throughout the entirety of it, you continued to press on. You continued attempting. You continued keeping the faith despite feeling as though your belief was dangling by a mere thread. My cherished one, this is exactly what I desire you to comprehend. Not a single ounce of your agony was squandered. Not one solitary drop, every single injury transformed into a crucial piece of your molding. Every single defeat made your spirit more tender and profoundly expanded your empathy. Every single shattered heart equipped you to identify authentic devotion. Every single letdown educated you in the art of wise judgment. Every single silent teardrop nourished the tiny seeds of fortitude developing deep within your core. Absolutely nothing you suffered occurred without a divine reason. Absolutely nothing you confront lacks profound meaning. I have utilized every single fragment of your path, even the incredibly agonizing ones, to ready you for what is currently approaching. You believed you were completely isolated throughout those hardships, but I was stationed right there alongside you. When you felt entirely too exhausted to utter a prayer, I interceded on your behalf. When you felt entirely too fragile to remain standing, I supported you and kept you upright. When you felt on the verge of surrendering, I murmured pure hope directly into your soul. When your spirit shattered, my own spirit shattered, right alongside yours. When you felt completely hollow, I was actively pouring fortitude into your being without you even detecting it. When you felt utterly paralyzed, I was shielding you from sentiments that were far too heavy for your spirit to manage all at once. When you were waging wars during your slumber, I was actively defending your spirit from the adversary's grasp. You have never navigated through a solitary second without my presence. There were periods you wept silently into your bedsheets so that absolutely no one would detect your sorrow. Periods you were forced to fake being perfectly fine because you simply did not wish to become a heavy load on anybody else. Periods you experienced intense guilt for simply being exhausted, deep shame for feeling overpowered, and intense frustration with your own self for not demonstrating greater resilience. You believed others would harshly evaluate you, fail to comprehend you, or abandon you entirely if they were able to witness the true severity of your hardship, and consequently, you buried it deep inside, secured safely behind a thick fortress of absolute silence. But I witnessed every bit of it. I witnessed the instances when you desperately desired to shout, but chose to swallow the agony instead. I witnessed the late evenings when slumber refused to arrive, and your own internal reflections tormented you relentlessly. I witnessed how you restricted your own breathing merely to prevent yourself from completely falling apart. And my own spirit was stirred with immense empathy every single time. Type Amen. Your devotion revitalizes my spirit if he has repaired your shattered pieces. You have endured fierce tempests that by all accounts should have left you completely ruined. And yet, you remain standing here today. You have survived intense conflicts that were specifically designed to completely obliterate you. And yet, you continue to remain upright. You have continued pressing forward, even when every single fiber of your being was urging you to halt. That incredible toughness was not a mere mistake. It was the exact fortitude I embedded within your core long before you were even aware you would require it. You possess vastly more bravery than you are willing to acknowledge. You possess vastly more stamina than you currently grant yourself credit for. You possess vastly more belief than you assume you possess. You have engaged in conflicts that the heavenly realm openly cheered for, because even when your legs threatened to collapse, your spirit absolutely refused to surrender. And currently, my precious child, I require you to listen to my voice with absolute clarity. I am not exposing your hardships in order to humiliate you. I am exposing them so that you can finally grasp just how fiercely cherished you truly are. I marched alongside you through every single low valley. I cradled you when absolutely nobody else realized you required comforting. I engaged in combat on your behalf when you lacked the necessary power to defend yourself. I mended injuries you never uttered a single word about. I consoled you when you felt utterly hollow within. I preserved your existence when the shadows attempted to completely erase you. I positioned myself directly between you and utter ruin on more occasions than you will ever possibly comprehend. Every solitary quiet conflict you suffered through has perfectly positioned you for a monumental victory, unlike anything you have ever witnessed before. The teardrops you shed in complete privacy have transformed into the very seeds of your upcoming triumph. The agony you shouldered all by yourself has transformed into the exact preparation required for blessings that are destined to spill over. Absolutely nothing in your existence has been squandered. Not a single instant, not a single sentiment, not one solitary teardrop. My cherished one, I witnessed the entirety of it. I supported the entirety of it, and currently I am on the verge of totally redeeming the entirety of it. My precious child, lean even nearer to my voice right now, because what I am about to disclose will assist you in comprehending why so many aspects of your path appeared terribly sluggish, obstructed, halted, or agonizingly postponed. You have questioned time and time again, Lord, why is this requiring such an immense amount of time? Why has it not materialized yet? Why do I witness other individuals acquiring their gifts, while I am left merely waiting in the background? And I have registered every single one of those desperate inquiries. Not one solitary question was brushed aside. Not one solitary plea went completely unnoticed. But on this exact day, I am pulling back the curtain on the genuine reality behind the holdups you have suffered. They were by no means penalties. They were by no means indicators that I had abandoned you. They were acts of supreme divine defense. They were crucial components of a much grander strategy, unfolding with an exactness that far exceeded what your spirit was capable of grasping at that specific time. I introduced delays not to reject your requests, but to actively defend your spirit. My child, if I had unleashed specific gifts into your existence any sooner, they would have utterly destroyed you rather than elevating you. You were simply not primed, not because you lacked intrinsic value, but because the atmosphere surrounding you was not entirely secure for the exact gift that was designated for you. Gateways failed to swing open because lurking immediately behind those gateways were hidden snares, dangerous diversions, and fake chances specifically designed to throw you completely off your rightful course. Individuals you desperately wished to keep in your orbit were extracted because they would have ultimately ruined the exact blessing I was carefully assembling. Destinations you desperately wished to reach were obstructed because they would have severely depleted your inner soul and drastically diminished your belief. There were entire periods when you pleaded with me to clear a specific route that I, utilizing my eternal perspective, could clearly observe was completely loaded with an agony you were unable to detect. And consequently, I instituted a delay. I kept you shielded from whatever would have completely shattered your spirit. I rested my own palm firmly over specific circumstances to prevent them from advancing too rapidly, because divine defense is frequently masked as an earthly delay. The heavenly realm was not quiet during those specific instances. The heavenly realm was actively functioning, clearing the route directly in front of you in manners that demanded specific timing, careful synchronization, and intense coordination far beyond what your physical vision was capable of observing. You assumed that absolutely nothing was occurring. But in reality, absolutely everything was occurring. I was actively softening the spirits in specific locations you would eventually step into. I was strategically repositioning specific individuals into fresh roles, so that the moment you finally appeared, the correct gateways would swing wide without any struggle. I was actively extracting those who harbored intentions to inflict harm upon you. I was carefully assembling chances that could only be constructed throughout extended periods of total quietness. I was molding scenarios so specifically customized to your grand destiny that absolutely no quick alternative could have ever generated them. You were not lingering while your blessings were being constructed. Your blessings were lingering while you were being properly readied. There were intense conflicts being waged within the unseen dimensions. Conflicts you remained entirely oblivious to because I actively shielded you from experiencing the complete brunt of their force. Dark entities constantly attempted to obstruct your forward momentum. They attempted to plant seeds of deep bewilderment directly into your intellect and deplete your inner fortitude so that you would ultimately forsake the chosen route I had laid out directly before you. The intense spiritual weight you occasionally experienced, the abrupt waves of panic, the illogical sorrow, the heavy strain against your lungs, the absolutely suffocating exhaustion. These were merely the residual shock waves of the fierce combat taking place around your soul. But even throughout those times, I remained standing squarely between you and complete ruin. my celestial messengers fought vigorously on your behalf when you felt far too exhausted to utter a prayer. They pushed back vicious strikes that were specifically intended to completely eradicate your belief. They fiercely protected your every stride when you did not even recognize that you were walking in the midst of severe peril. What appeared to be total quietness was in reality absolute defense. What appeared to be endless waiting was in reality active combat. What appeared to be an agonizing holdup was in reality a massive triumph being firmly anchored in dimensions you were completely unable to view. And my cherished one, allow me to share something even more profound with you. Your spirit demanded adequate time to fortify itself and fully mature prior to accepting the grand gift I had meticulously assembled. You do not fully comprehend just how drastically you transformed throughout that extended waiting period. You grew remarkably wiser. You grew remarkably more perceptive. Your inner spirit became incredibly tougher. Your belief expanded vastly deeper. Your empathy thoroughly matured. Your sheer toughness multiplied immensely. You started to comprehend my ways in a manner you never possibly would have if every single desire had been simply handed over to you without a fight. The extended waiting period trained you to lean entirely upon me, rather than upon other individuals, rather than upon earthly situations, rather than upon fleeting sentiments. You discovered how to remain upright when you felt incredibly fragile. You discovered how to rely upon my guidance, even when you were completely unable to track my movements. You discovered that your genuine fortitude does not originate from earthly sources, but directly from my sacred presence, dwelling deep inside you. If I had simply granted you exactly what you pleaded for at an earlier time, you would have dragged outdated injuries directly into your brand new chapter. You would have escorted the incorrect individuals straight into your upcoming phase. You would have compromised for something vastly inferior to what I had originally designed for you. You would have mistaken a temporary fix for your everlasting purpose. You would have foolishly anchored your spirit to individuals or items that were simply not sturdy enough to properly support it. I instituted a delay simply because I cherished you far too intensely to allow you to stumble into the subsequent phase completely unready. You were expanding in manners you were utterly unable to physically sense, fortifying in regions completely invisible to your natural vision, transforming into the exact individual who is fully capable of managing precisely what I am on the verge of delivering to you. And right now, my precious child, the absolute correct instant has officially arrived. Not through sheer luck, not through arbitrary chance, not through any mortal striving. This is the exact instant the heavenly realm has been actively constructing toward all along. This is the exact instant when absolutely everything begins to vividly reveal itself. The long holdup has officially terminated. The extended waiting has completely fulfilled its intended objective. The meticulous preparation is entirely finished. Whatever previously appeared totally frozen is currently actively advancing. Whatever previously felt totally obstructed is currently swinging wide open. Whatever previously felt entirely silent is currently shifting dramatically. Whatever previously appeared completely unachievable is currently snapping into perfect alignment. I have formally decreed that this is your officially designated moment. You have crossed into a sacred opening where absolutely everything possesses the ability to transform incredibly fast. Abruptly, without any warning, and with immense force, everything I have been carefully molding in the invisible realm is currently stepping directly into the bright light. You might detect a sudden agitation within your soul, exactly at this moment, a distinct feeling of advancement, a gentle wave of tranquility, a silent validation echoing deep within your chest. That is my specific method of demonstrating to you that the grand victory is not merely approaching, it has already firmly commenced. The agonizing holdups you suffered through were the crucial foundation for this exact instant. The teardrops you spilled were actively hydrating the very seeds that are currently fully prepared to blossom beautifully. The fierce conflicts you engaged in were actively toughening you up for the magnificent gifts you are on the brink of managing. This is precisely why you are reviewing these specific sentences right at this moment. This is precisely why I magnetically pulled you to this exact spot. This is precisely why my gentle whisper is successfully penetrating into the most profound corners of your spirit. You have successfully navigated to the exact crossroads of sacred scheduling and realized guarantees. Everything that I previously restrained, I am currently unleashing in full force. Everything that I previously shielded you against, I am currently swapping for something vastly better. Everything that you previously forfeited, I am currently totally redeeming, my child. The grand victory was never once rejected, merely postponed, so that it would eventually show up in absolute flawlessness rather than complete turmoil, in glorious abundance rather than heavy strain, in total completeness rather than broken pieces. The exact instant is right now. The massive shift is right now. The flipping of the final page is right now. The extended wait is permanently finished. Your current phase is actively transforming. Your personal narrative is actively blossoming, and the grand gift that was meticulously assembled for you, long before you ever felt adequately primed, is currently starting to march directly into your existence. Journey alongside me right now. Remain near to my whisper. The long holdup is firmly left in your past. The massive victory stands squarely in your future. Type Amen. I remain completely steadfast in my belief if absolutely nothing has the power to shatter your reliance upon Him. And kindly share this video.